It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Broncos and the Texans coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, this defense for the Texans very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
On second down, it's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football. Back to throw again.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 31, Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. 2nd and 5. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and 2, Robbins found his target. It's Anderson, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Robbins. And incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the run, Watson going to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. 7 yards, the pickup there. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now a first down throw, Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Now it's Watson. Escaping, and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Watson now to throw. Again, he finds Moore. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So the Broncos coming out now and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on 3rd down, Robbins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Gaskin again on 2nd down. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Denver's offense now set to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw. Robbins. And it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Robbins. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Robbins. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go!
Houston's offense taking over again. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watson on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Watson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw. Robbins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
Wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Watson steps away to his left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah,
no doubt about it. I think he learned from early.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them, because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They begin the drive with Williams. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at
all. On first down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Austin Hooper, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Williams. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 124 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one swung out to Williams. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Robbins. And that is incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
This is Gaskin on the carry. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back from a Denver touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at it just to make sure that they have it.
Turnover. After review of the play, the rules on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Following the fumble recovery, Watson eluding the pressure right.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here's Watson. It's caught by Hooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play down. A combination of talent.
It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Neville Gallimore busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Back now in Houston, So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check three.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 146 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time. Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, Williams. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. That'll be caught by Anderson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos have broken the tie. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On first down, Watson forced out to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And finding the tight end Hooper. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Gaskin. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Hooper, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Texans are an extra point away. Slide for the PAT. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 191 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he checks this one down to Williams. And boy, he is very close close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their fourth down play.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Watson. And that nearly intercepted. But it's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Watson to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Watson. Got his man on the out route. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Oh, that heart has to be pounding inside the chest of Joey Sly. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Oh, that heart has to be pounding inside the chest of Joey Sly. And his kick is indeed good. And the Texans are going to win the football game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides.